Welcome back to the Mr. Showtime podcast. Um, I've been thinking about, you know, um, WWE and the legacy of Mark Calloway's character, The Undertaker, and how Vince McMahon basically destroyed um, The Undertaker's character by ending the streak. You see, every time I see the WrestleMania archives, um, so like when they play the previous WrestleMania matches, I just sort of like get heartbroken. Till this day, I'm still as shocked and I'm still as upset, and I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of the most of the actually I speak for all the WWE universe. I think we can all agree that we were very disappointed that Vince McMahon decided to end the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania when Brock Lesnar pinned him one, two, three. We were all shocked. Now, from I don't know what Vince McMahon what he was thinking leading up to WrestleMania. Uh, I don't know. Usually these people, usually you know the script writers and management, WWE management, the writers, the story writers, and Vince McMahon he probably wanted like more viewership, and he thought to himself, "Oh, it's gonna be a huge surprise, a huge upset when the Undertaker loses the streak for the very first time ever." That was a bad move, Vince. That was a very, very terrible move. It was a suicidal move for a character such profound and adored and admired, the phenom Undertaker, ending his streak. Basically, Vince McMahon basically killed off the Undertaker's character, his legacy. All those years, 3 decades, 30 years of legacy, and Vince just decided to just throw it all away when he lost the streak because the Undertaker became the streak. And when I don't know if I'm correct, it was the WrestleMania of 2015 or 2016, somewhere there. Was it 2017 or 18? I can't remember exactly which WrestleMania. But it was very disappointing because the Undertaker was the streak. And even after the following WrestleManias after Undertaker making an appearance, seeing him walk down the ramp, it just wasn't the same. It just was not the same. We just didn't see Undertaker as the phenom walking down the ramp because he was 22-1. The streak was already ended. So seeing him make his entrance down the ramp, with his Death Valley music, with the flames, it just wasn't the same. Didn't hold the same amount of weight because it was like, okay, Undertaker, we see you again for WrestleMania. What exactly are you here for? What exactly are you defending? The streak is no more. What exactly are you defending? It really saddens us as the WWE universe, because Vince, I just wanted more viewership. Vince, you got your viewership. People got to talk about how disappointed they were for like a couple of months. Short term gratitude, but long term ramifications. The Undertaker was this close from his retirement. So you just couldn't let him retire. You just couldn't let him ride his chopper bike off into the sunset with his streak. He was only a couple of more, just a few more years from his retirement. And just when he was about to retire, you said, "Oh no, no, what would be nice? Let's kill off the Undertaker streak." Yeah, that's a good business move for for WWE. That's what's good for business. Yeah, you idiots. You got your short-term viewership, your controversy during that WrestleMania. The Undertaker was the phenom, the immortal, and I don't know why you decided to humanize him. Because him losing the streak, you made him human. And now, we will never see the Undertaker the same way again. Oh, but what about the bells, his theme song, boom, and the flames and his moves in the ring, not the same, just not the same, Vince. It's like, imagine, I'm gonna compare this to deities like God or Jesus. Imagine if Jesus committed a sin, because remember, Jesus is free of sin. He is the only one who is without sin. Now imagine if Jesus were to commit one sin. Us as people on earth, we would cease to view him the same way. We would cease to view him as, God. Because him committing a sin, that would humanize him. That would make him human. That would take him up from the level of being a deity all the way down to a mortal like us, like the rest of us. Even if it's just one sin. If we were to find out that Jesus was guilty of one sin, he wouldn't be the same. We wouldn't view him the same way. Because, you are a deity. And now you are down here with the rest of us mortals. Wouldn't view you the same way. So this is the problem with mankind. We just try to we value short-term gratification versus long-term ramifications. And I don't know what was going on with Vince during that WrestleMania year. Oh no, we gotta get more viewership. So how can you spice up WrestleMania this year? The biggest characters, the biggest legend in all of WWE history is dead. Figuratively, metaphorically, in terms of his streak. Because the Undertaker became the streak. Even though the fans, with every single WrestleMania, we knew that the Undertaker is probably gonna win. Is probably gonna keep tallying up those WrestleMania victories. Even though we probably knew that we expected him to win. We just enjoyed the emotions. The rush. That, I hope he doesn't get pinned. I hope he wins. We just enjoy seeing him, strive, and him getting knocked down, and then him kicking out of these impossible finishing moves after getting hit by, spears and Batista bombs and big right hands and the world's strongest slams and RKOs and whatnot, and him kicking out of all of them. We cherish those emotions, and him obviously winning, hitting his opponents with tombstone power driver, sometimes more than once, and then him pinning them and he's like, his tongue out. 1, 2, 3, Undertaker wins. We loved seeing that, Vince. Even though we knew that, he was probably going to win, we just loved seeing that. And then you decided to end all of that by, making him lose to Brock Lesnar. And then the following WrestleMania matches, you doubled down on your terrible decisions. So you said, oh, do you know what would make WrestleMania better this year? If we double down, we make him lose again to Roman Reigns. Okay, congratulations, Vince. You managed to stir up the emotions of the WWE universe and fans all over the world. So you think to yourself, The Undertaker losing, oh, that's going to get more viewership. But we've also become bitter about your decision. We've become bitter about the outcome. Now and forever. Congratulations, Vince. You wanted your short-term gratification. You got it. But now, suffer the long-term ramifications. And that's us, the WWE universe and the fans, getting bitter about the whole outcome. So not only was The Undertaker defeated once, but twice. You humanized him even more. Because you wanted to, portray this narrative, this, never say die attitude and never give up and nothing is impossible. Listen, that's already been proven in other aspects of, storytelling. But you really didn't have to kill off the Undertaker streak. We are really still disappointed. Mark Calloway is retired. I wish he could have retired with the streak. It's just storytelling, Vince. Disappointing. I'm at a loss for words. Even though I'm still speaking, but I'm at a loss for just. All we can say is, man, are we disappointed? I know you and Mark, didn't always see eye to eye. What, were you spiteful? Did something happen between the two of you and you became spiteful? You're like, I'm gonna get back at him. I'm gonna end the streak. These short-term emotional outbursts, these are one of the biggest flaws of mankind, of humanity. Did Vince think to himself, okay, how is this gonna be like 5 years, 10 years down the line? Vince, I know to some degree you do regret ending the Undertaker streak. I know you do. Sometimes you lay awake at night and like, I done messed up. Probably shouldn't have ended the Undertaker streak. But anyway, that's what I have to say for now, man. It was the greatest streak in WWE history ever. And Vince ended it. Anyway, thanks for listening for now. That's just my move. I just have to get that off my chest. And thanks for watching.